Welcome in, everyone. I'm your host, Jonathan Coachman, and this is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Minnesota Vikings. With that, we send you up to US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Standing by our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Brandon Godden and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And, Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
And the offense readies for a first down and 10. From midfield, here's Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Brady to throw. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Caught. It's Cruz, left side. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now McCoy. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The all-pro corner. Xavier Rhodes there to knock that one away. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He's back to throw. Left side, it's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
This is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Brandon Cooks. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. Extra point up and good by Bullock. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Sanders now to kick this one away. Stacy Coley on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And that's going to be incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back the intended target. And it's second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 8 on the play, and they're going to face a third down. He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Poole. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game, although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
And they'll try to close it out now. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready.
Start fast! Wait, 20!
Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback, always.
Hey everybody, it's the coach here in Orlando, getting you set for this edition of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Minnesota Vikings. With that, we send you up to US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, standing by our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And, partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
And now the offense getting ready on second down. Brady to throw on second down. Quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Harrison Smith, the all-pro safety, was right there step for step defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Brady again here on second and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Oh, can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now Brady over the middle and caught by the tight end play. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
20!
On first down, Brady. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Throwing on first down is Brady. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like it.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Odell Beckham, 35 yards. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Sanders now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Powering his way forward. The catch is made by Kendall Wright. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Cousins, left side caught by Diggs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now Cousins. Wright's got it. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. Cousins. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The kick by Carlson is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do they do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Brady throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kick.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Cousins to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
First down, here's Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a 1st down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up, but in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Cousins again. And this is incomplete. Ryan Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
You got to remember, because now that we're in overtime, mistakes get magnified. So you got to walk that line between being aggressive and being careful, because that was a dangerous throw right there. You obviously could not have an interception in this spot.
It nearly was an interception. He's lucky to get that one back. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Again, it's Cousins. Open man as Thielen is complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 1st down from Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Cousins now on second down. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Here's Ryan Quigley now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field.
Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
20! 20!
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he's got room. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Charles, I think sometimes maybe we take LaShawn McCoy for granted. Been in the league since 2009. He's played 12 or more games every season as a running back. 30 years old this year. What do you see for his future?
I still see a very bright future for him, and you're exactly right. We do kind of take him for granted. Remember, he was with Philadelphia. Then he goes to Buffalo. Buffalo goes through the playoff drought before last season. And the Eagles, they win a Super Bowl without him. So, yeah, we forget just how special he is. But I do think with his running style, he's got many more seasons left.
Like 20! 20!
And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Partner, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together, and I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all, because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely, that would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens. Now he'll throw with Brady. Cruz has it over the middle. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
Now a first down carry here from McCoy. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
By 20! By 20!
On second down, here's Brady. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
By 20! By 20!
A give to McCoy. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Ben Gideon in on the stop.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
20!
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one,
Hello, everybody. It's the coach welcoming you to Madden Ultimate Team. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Detroit Lions. With that, let's head inside the Ford Field in Detroit. We're standing by are the 2 men who will bring you this one, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Back to throw, Stafford. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Set, waiting.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Oh, no, he lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now, they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on 3rd down after having such a long drive going.
Yeah, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
This give is to McCoy. Pushes him over. He's still on his feet. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Brady going to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 43 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Now McCoy. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 corners, no reason to lighten up now. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. LaShawn McCoy, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that will shave one more off this lead. Sanders now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. Barry Sanders, 98 yards. And the Lions add on to their lead. A big-time special teams play here in the fourth quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
Prater on to add the extra point. This is blocked. Oh, the Raiders have him. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there's a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect fans having to kick a longer one now? Much more of a field goal attempt. And the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more block.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
And get 2 points.
they can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Brady now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Cruz. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there of 22. The two big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. As his guys are in for 6. And the Raiders move back within a couple of the lead.
The touchdown is huge, but the focus now is on the two-point play. I don't want to say they have a cushion here, but if they don't get it, they still have a chance for onside kick.
Yeah, they would need some big-time help, but you're right. There would be a shot, but the focus right now on that two-point conversion.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Back to throw. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The two-point conversion to get this thing tied.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Stafford now to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Now Stafford. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now it's Stafford. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Stafford to the former Seahawk Wilson for a Lions first. Stafford. Going to look deep for Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
This is a real lift for a defense. It's been a long drive, and you're starting to drag a little bit out there. Been pushed back, and now instead of caving in, here's the play you were waiting for. And the interception means that long drive is going to yield nothing for the offense.
And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Brady to throw. And they'll let it go deep for Cruz. And that's caught inside the 35. Past the 20. 10. 5. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already. He's celebrating a win.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. Bullock good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Sanders now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Now the return. Oh, no, the ball is loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will take over line. And careless.
And one thing I love about going to practices, phrases, and what they really emphasize, where a guy fielding a kick, and this time they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him.
And now following that timeout, the defense.
Need to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the 4th quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to bat.
Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Philadelphia Eagles. With that, let's get up to the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. We're standing by for the call are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
And on second down, the offense gets ready to rock.
Wait, 20!
Brady to throw on second down. Quick hands complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Eagles have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first, or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Brady now on first down. He gets it to Cooks. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Go! Wait, 20!
Looking to throw on second down. Brady. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup there, a 22.
In a 2-minute drill, we often talk about taking care of the football, but sometimes it's just a matter of who wants it more. How about him going up top on a 50-50 ball and taking it away for a big play?
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's
20.
first and 10 at the 14. He's back to throw, and he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed him. Instead, second down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball didn't rise.
He can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jordan Hicks in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Wait!
They'll look to throw.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
I know the numbers won't show it as often as other people, mainly because his team has been so good for so long. But Tom Brady, in a situation like this, down the stretch, is always going to be clutch, isn't he?
Absolutely. I mean, is there anybody else you would rather have leading the 2-minute drill for your team than Brady?
I don't think so. This guy has it all. So calm, so poised, and always believes he's going to lead his team to a victory.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. Extra point up and good by Bullock. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Sanders now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Back to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with the pick. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Now Bullock to add the extra point. Bullock good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Wentz to throw. His throw incomplete. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
And this is Hurts with it, right side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. To throw is Wentz. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with, but it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to throw, Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the fourth quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. I'm your host, Jonathan Coachman, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Atlanta Falcons. I'll talk to you again at halftime, but for the call of this one, let's send it out to our EA Sports broadcast team. It's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. Center with the grab over the middle.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. About 3 yards there to the 27. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
The tackle made by K.J. Wright. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Ryan now with 5 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
It's never any fun, Brandon, when you're the defensive team and the first drive of the game, you give up a touchdown. The key is not to get down. Make those adjustments and come back for your next series with the intent of shutting them down.
Now Ryan leading the Falcons up to go for 2. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
This is fielded at the goal line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The reception good for 7. It's third down. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's caught inside the 30. On 3rd down, that is a big-time play for the Raiders. 44 yards. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
It's McCoy. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a third down. Now Brady. He's got it. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Charles Clay, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are back within a score. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Sanders now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And it's 2nd down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. On 2nd down, Freeman. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Oakland. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. One final try now for Brady. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right.
And now the offense getting ready on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up 1st down after 1st down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human 1st down machine? I think that fits.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Gonzalez. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27.
They've looked his way quite a bit, and in my estimation, as well they should.
Well, that's now 5 catches in this first half alone.
And he picks up another.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan now with 5 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
Tony G, always such an automatic red zone target. Really kills your analysis if you say, well, they're probably going to look for Tony Gonzalez here. Of course they are.
111 touchdowns. That's how many he caught. That was a record for a tight end until Antonio Gates surpassed him in 2017.
And it's interesting, the two guys you just mentioned, Brandon, both with basketball backgrounds. They know how to maneuver in traffic, handle contact, and go up and get the ball almost like it's a rebound off the glass.
Ryan. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On
1st and 10. Here's Brady. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
20! 20!
They'll run it with McCoy. And not much there. Maybe a yard up in the 24.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, here's McCoy. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down.
Oh, he's got it going early in this one. That's the Shady McCoy. That's vintage right there, right? Breaking tackles, creating explosive runs. And if they don't take care of this early, look out. This guy's going to have a big, big day.
You know where he got that nickname Shady, by the way?
I know you're going to educate me on it. Help me out.
Mama gave him that name when he was a youngster.
And if Mama named him Shady, we're going to call him Shady.
Absolutely. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now he'll throw with Brady. Over the middle and caught by the tight end play. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Inspection and confiscation. Guests are urged to enter the facility carrying the fields of items possible.
Start fast, fellas! Start fast! Wait, 20!
On 1st down, Brady. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Brady now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Left side here, caught by Clay. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
Well, we knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
When you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
20! Wait, 20! Wait, again!
Brady going to throw. It's caught left side by Cooks. A good pick up there of 20 yards. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And it's caught. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. LaShawn McCoy taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Bullock good on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Sanders now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know, people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14 to 11.
And on 2nd down, the offense gets ready to rock. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Raiders have recovered.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Deion Jones coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. From the gun, it's Brady. Going up top. This is caught inside the 15. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Bowdens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt. And so far, it's working for both of them.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. He may try and run for this. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Charles Clay from 4 yards out. And the Raiders have drawn even here, and they can take the lead with the extra point to come. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Sanders now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So out come the Falcons now. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Staying up, and a big loss here as he's taken down. DeForest Buckner able to get in and run him down for what will be a loss of 15 yards. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. From the gun, it's Ryan. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gonzalez. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Now it's Ryan. And that is incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. Connects with Sanu right side. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People wonder what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
Here's McCoy. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. They'll go again to McCoy. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Well, they were great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves them a few inches short here on 4th down. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. And Bullock will put this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. the shotgun. Ryan. The right side is hauled in by the tight end, Gonzalez. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Ryan, and he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Again, Ryan looking downfield for Jones. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
He's going to go for a big. This is caught at the 20. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 46 yards. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down.